Alright, so the podcast is about to start. So you don't know yet. Now we have the opportunity to go and get your snacks, get your earphone, cause you know you have to hear everything on my say. You have to listen to every word on me. I say, go get your snacks. If you need a notebook, go get it now. You know what I mean? Alright, so good day again, everybody. So on this episode of the Bigga Brother Podcast, so on this episode we're speaking about self. We'll be speaking about everything self, from establishing yourself to trusting yourself. We're talking everything self. So let's get it started, you see me? So in this day and age, you see me, we'll find everything to do than spend time with ourselves. We'll spend 10 hours on our phone other than spending some time with ourselves and even being conscious. Being conscious is really seeing and knowing the environment, seeing and knowing all that's around him, seeing and knowing your powers. We don't even spend time with ourselves to know what we can and cannot do. You see me? More while we're busy running around with friends and doing all the unnecessary things that it really adds no value to us, you see me? So when it comes to self now, you see me, it's a deep topic because there's a lot of things they can do for self. There's a lot of things they can do for add value to self. You see, when you make that your priority now to establish yourself, to add value to yourself, to add value to your surrounding. Because adding value to yourself not only adds value to you, but it adds value to your surrounding. Because you as a better person adds value to your environment. But this is not that podcast, you know what I mean? So we'll be speaking about your priorities and your ambitions for yourself. Knowing your gifts, knowing what you can do and what you cannot do. You see me? So this is the thing with self. This is the thing that people don't understand. People that has the potential to do things, they don't understand that, it's much deeper than just the concept of doing things. So I get up and say, I want to be a footballer, you see me? I get up and I do all the things other than the basics. That is actually falling in love with the idea and not the process, you see me? This is with self. Fall in love with the idea and not the process of doing things. So I fall in love with the process instead of the idea. I accept everything that comes in that process, you see me? I accept the difficulties, the obstacles, the limitations, everything. I accept everything other than the idea of just being one, looking like one. You see me? And the thing about self is, it's beautiful when you know yourself, when you know what you can do, when your ambitions are to the top. When you have ambition, is like you set a priority for yourself for the things that may add value to you. Alright, so come and go straight to the chase and go straight to a topic at hand. This is a topic that has been weighing on my mind that I really want to speak on, you see me? And this topic is really trusting yourself. It's really trusting yourself that you can accomplish something. It's believing in yourself that you can accomplish a thing. You believe that you can be the best at anything you set out to be, and trust yourself to. Trust yourself in a way that you can find a way to do it. Trust yourself that you can master a skill set in your own way. It doesn't have to be on another person's account. It doesn't have to be another person's way. But trust yourself in such a way that you can master a skill in your own way. You trust yourself, you trust your ability, you trust your mental capacity to fine-tune the skill, the craft. You trust yourself to master the craft. And it has to be a thing, because if you believe you can, then you have to trust yourself to do it. Yes, I mean, believing in yourself is a major thing, isn't it? And it's a thing that people don't give themselves enough credit. You have to believe yourself, have faith that, you can. You can believe you can be the Prime Minister and do it from. Believe you can accomplish anything. Believe that you can be the difference in this world. Believe that you matter. Believe that you are enough. That is the thing with belief. You see me? And you go deeper down than that. And after you believe so much, it just become rooted in you. You just know that you can. Knowing that you can is a hell of a thing. Alright, sorry I'm even all over the place, but there's really a lot on my mind, and this is a rant. It's not like I have a notes or anything. This is a rant straight off on top of my brain. You know me? So let's go back to establishing self. Establishing self is really, the persons you surround yourself with, your circle, your surrounding, the things you do, the adds or take away value. If you read book, then that will be adding value to you. If you sit and you read book, and if you can sit with yourself, that is adding value to you. So establishing self now, this is the focus is on you. The spotlight is on you. Is what you do matters. Each decision you make, everything you do matters. Everything you do affects you or someone, in one way or the other. So this is establishing self. Is where you put your hours, where you spend your time, where you put your life into. If I put my life into fine-tuning a craft, a skill, then I'm establishing myself for the better. But if I neglect myself and focus on things that will not add value, in the long run, that will only hurt me, no one else. So establishing self is, I don't know, you ever have a pet and you care for him, and you just see him grow, and better yet, you have a plant and you water that plant with the right things and you see that grow. You're planting the seeds, and the seed in this case is your thoughts, because your thoughts are powerful, and I don't think that is spoken about enough, but your thoughts are powerful things, because your thoughts bring about the actions. Because I may think I want to do something, things only start from a thought. I had a thought of just doing a podcast, and see, I'm doing a podcast. I had a thought of becoming the best student in the class, and with the actions, I am the best. You see me? So everything starts from a thought, and you put the actions to it, and you put the work. The thought is the seed. You see me? The actions are the water. And you water that plant, you water that seed, see it grow. So establishing yourself, see yourself as a plant. Your thoughts are the seed, and you water it, and let them blossom. You see me? Just think and believe you can do great things, and do it. Put the action, put in the work, put in the hard work, and do it. You see me? Just think about the process. This is more than just the idea. Think that you can do something. Put in the hard work and do it. And watch it blossom. If you want to take your family from out of the garrison, do it. Think about it. Find a way out to do it and put in the hard work. Do it. If you want to be the Prime Minister, think about it and find ways to do it. Find a way for it and work for it. When you establish yourself, you have to put priorities on all the actions. You have to have priorities in your life. Like if a woman you're focused, then you know that that'll bring you. If you have to make yourself something, then you know that that'll bring you. If you prioritize your growth and your success, then you know exactly where I get out of it. If it is your main priority, then you have to get it, brother. Having the priority, I don't know, is like the pathway to success. Having the priority is really what. Having the priority and the discipline is really what will get you to the success where you think you can get, where you imagine you can get. Having the priority and seeing the bigger picture is really all you need to succeed. And brother, no matter what you do, never forget about God. God is what bring we here. So life isn't all that bad. Just think about it, brother. Think about what you want. Be conscious enough to know what you want. Discover what you want out of life. Discover yourself. Find yourself. Find what you want to do. Because that's the most important thing. Find the heights where you want to put your life. Find the ambitions where you want to put your life. Find the lifestyle where you want. If you want to make passive income, then go do that. And go travel and enjoy the world. If you want to be a doctor, do that. If you want to be a baller, do that. If you want to be a lawyer, do that. If you want to see all your family better off, then that is what you have to do. If you yourself want to be better, do it. But don't take the easy part. Take the harder part, because that's the only way we're going to guarantee your success. You see me? If you choose wealth over riches, then see it and prioritize it and work to it. See the bigger picture, cause at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. The bigger picture is where you can see yourself in even 5 years time, 1 year time. You have to can see a bigger picture in your life. A bigger picture. If you want to spiritually balance, everything balance. You're financially free. You have you have a car up on the road, you have multiple streams of income. If that in a year bigger picture, then work for it. So this is the end of the podcast. I want you to listen to this more than one time. I just want you to listen to this and learn from it and grow. Like every word I'm speaking from my heart. I mean it, is me. So I want you, the listener, to listen and learn, to take something from it. Because this is not just about me. I want to see everybody better. I want to see the rising standard, a changing standard. I want to see everybody I want to see everybody better off. Because a rising tide lift all boats, and that is deep. This it's not about a selfish journey, because I didn't have to do this. But I want to see everybody better off. So just listen. Just listen it. Listen it with an open ears. Listen with an open heart. Listen with an open mind. See what you can get from it and apply it to your life. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening.